Welcome back to this week's episode of Behind the Scenes with Rixi Shaun. Our scripture this week is Psalm 46:1, and it simply says, God is our refuge and our strength, our very present help in times of trouble. That scripture is really powerful because it just encourages me that God is our help, and it doesn't matter what we're facing, He is there and He'll help us. He's so present and He's right there with you in your problems. I'm excited to take you with me to see who we're gonna profile this week. It's really a great artist. I heard some of his music and man, this man is powerful. Follow me. Woo! That's my jam right there. Oh yeah, the bass playing is killing it. I'm excited to take you to my guest this week. Are you excited to see who he is? He is a dynamic vocalist and producer, and wow, I can't wait to introduce you to him. Ready or not, here we come.
Wonder who that? Dude!
Shawn!
What's happening?
I'm good, and you?
Rixi Shaun. Welcome to my humble abode.
Thank you so much.
Come take a seat.
Welcome to Shawn P's crib. Shawn, I want to know who you are at home. The dad, the husband, not the keyboard player, not the vocalist.
Right.
Let us know.
Well, welcome people to my house, and thanks Rixi for gracing us with your presence, with your people. So yeah, look, I'm a dad first, a husband first, before dad, and then I'm a dad to two boys, 12 and 14, going on, 12 and 15 actually. And been married for nearly 16 years this year.
Wow.
To my wife, Natasha. And if I can say that it was probably the best decision that I made ever since I gave my life to God, that was probably the second most best decision that I made. And then obviously my kids, they're my favorite people in the world.
Wow.
Yeah.
Where did it all start for you?
I was 11 years old when firstly, I never had this vision and this career drive of, being a musician, because being an Indian person coming from an Indian background.
I didn't see that, no.
No, you never tell, right?
No,
you never
no.
tell. You know, so with Indian parents, you always gotta achieve. You always gotta go and grab your goals and your career, either architect or a lawyer or a doctor or a scientist or the president of the USA. So that literally shattered their hopes of that happening when I dropped the thing where I said, listen, I want to do ministry. I want to be a minister of music. And I started getting into singing at about maybe 14, when my pastor at that time, I started doing piano before, and my dad took me to tertiary, to UNISA, and I did classical piano. So I didn't finish my classical piano because I just got too carried away with the church. Church got all up in my shizness. So and then it happened. I started getting introduced to different musicians locally, internationally. I've been listening to Israel from back in the day. I've been listening to Fred Hammond, the Benjamin Dubes, and Tokozo. And I think Tokozo was just like getting started at that time. So everybody's had some sort of influence in my musical journey. But I never thought that I would have the guts or the boldness, to actually go into singing. Up until I had an opportunity at a youth meeting when the worship leader didn't show up. And this was a combined youth meeting, and all the churches were coming together. So we were expecting plus minus 300, 350 young people. And I used to play bass in youth.
Oh.
Yeah, I know my stuff. Yeah, so I used to play bass in youth, and I had one of those cheap basses. I had to get those cheap basses because they forced me. We needed a bass, a bassist in the band, and piano players. There's no vacancy at the moment. So I had to go and buy my own bass. It was the cheapest bass ever, but it went off tune after every song. But I ended up playing bass and leading worship for that for that youth encounter. I promise you, I never thought that I had another half of my body because that's how feeble I felt at the knees. But then, it kind of spiked something in my spirit, man. And when I moved to another church in Amanzimtoti, when our family moved, house, we were going to a church called Eagle Christian Church, and my pastor at that time was connected to the Durban Christian Center. They were having some special revival meeting, and Prophet Kim Clement was coming to town. He came with this team, and I saw this worship leader with greasy brushback hair, Israel Houghton, and he was on the DX, the DX Yamaha. That was like the keyboard right at that time, and this just like kind of elevated my spirit because I never experienced worship at this level. And then you got Kim Clement on the grand piano, and the bassist, I think Israel took drumsticks and was hitting the bass wires, and this guy was, playing his notes. I'm like, what in God's name is happening, So I experienced God on a whole new level. I experienced this joy unspeakable that we preach about today. I experienced a peace. I experienced a mighty rushing wind. All the stuff that we preach about today, I experienced it at that meeting. And that's when I felt so connected to God. And I realized, okay, God is definitely trying to tell me something. And all of this is translating. Heaven is busy translating something into my spirit right now. And that was just a moment, that I had to just bask in the glory of that moment. So I didn't get to meet Israel. I didn't get to meet the team. I didn't get to meet anybody except for, Prophet Kim Clement at the prayer line. But that was it. But I knew I met God. That was amazing, and that was just enough for me. So I took that back home, started, obviously riding on that climax, should I say, on that climax, being in the presence of God. I started exploring, more music, started, broadening my music library, getting different artists, researching different artists, started following Israel from that time, and then I got connected to Donnie McClurk and Fred Hammond. I started now investigating our local musicians, our local artists. At that time, I was not too sold out on our local artists because I was experienced to these Americans, and I'm thinking, sure, I need to follow Americans. Up until at a later stage, I started like respecting, following our local artists and thinking, wow, the type of artistry that we have in our country is amazing, and God is releasing different types of sounds through different types of people and different ethnic groups, different cultures, and the demographic of our country. The way we come together, like with my new release, which we will talk about, I kind of put that whole demographic together just to release the sound of South Africa, and that's where we've been on the last couple of weeks, on tour, in different countries, releasing the sound of the house, sound of South Africa.
Well, listen, Shaun, I want to know, what's happening here, man? Is this just? I see gold and stuff. I want to tell the people what this is.
Oh, that's just a bigger version of that. That's what it is, man. Yeah. Well, this is the Crown Gospel Awards that I've put under my belt for the last couple of years. So this one here was when I won the Best Newcomer. I think it was in I'm giving my age away here. I think it was in 2013. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So for years I feared this award ceremony. To be honest, I feared this award ceremony because I'm thinking, surely I don't fit in this thing. It's just too far-fetched. And I just said, okay, I'm gonna just stay in my lane. I'm just gonna do church. I'm just gonna bless people, and I'm gonna stay away from that. That's for professionals. Up until I one day I got the guts, and I just thought, okay, I'm gonna give this thing a shot. Submitted the Every Day of My Life album, and to my amazement, they nominated me. I was part of the nominees. I was like, whew, just like I
Stuff is happening.
yeah, because now I've got this anticipation and this expectation, and I'm also fearful because I'm kind of setting myself up for disappointment because I don't know where I fit in here, and I got nominated, and then further to that, the Crowns, they put me on stage live on the SABC show, the Crown show, and I performed with the team live. So I'm like, wow, this is such a grace, this is just God's grace all over this decision. Whoever made this decision, God bless you. So I seized the opportunity. I went back into my room, started practicing more, because when you get on the TV, it's a totally different thing. You got to be very, very sharp. You got to be accurate, and you got to surgically, do your vocals and all of that. So I was trying to get myself, up to speed. And then years later, I recorded the Channel of Blessing album, and that's what that is. This I shared this award with Benjamin Dube, and my kid broke this, I think.
Because that is what they do. They break our stuff.
No, well, he says the helper broke it, so I'll blame the helper.
I know.
Yeah, this was the best gospel album for 2015, Channel of Blessing.
Oh, wow.
And Channel of Blessing was crafted from Acts 20:35, that it's far more blessed to give than to receive. And that's where the album comes from, that we were born to make history. We were born to change the world. So that's what that is.
Well, I know behind all successful men, there is a woman there that is driving this bus. Or maybe, Shaun, you'd like to introduce your driving force.
Yeah. Oh, Natasha. Yeah, this is my wifey, Natasha. And how can I introduce her? She's a lion on the inside, very calm and passive on the outside, and smart, wise, absolutely freaking gorgeous. And yeah. Yeah, we can't say freaking on the show. Right?
No.
We can say she's freaking gorgeous. And yeah, I'm actually privileged to wake up next to the masterpiece every morning.
Shaun, so what is it that Natasha does for you? Apart from keeping you happy and the humble man, apparently she's got...
Oh yeah. No, like I said, when I started speaking about her, is that she's smart and she's really, really accurate. We have a company called New Dimension Worldwide, which is a merchandising, apparel, and record label, PR and events. So we actually did our new release, the Decade Project, under our company, which Natasha runs. So when I'm away and whatever, she's busy on the ground doing all sorts of administration, dealing with Musica, dealing with all of the guys, so because we are personally distributing our new project, the DVD and the CD. So it's under our banner of New Dimension Worldwide. And it's also a company for teams and training and conferencing. So we do development of teams and stuff. So Natasha is kind of trust me, she's not behind the scenes. She's not somebody behind the scenes. She's in front of the scene, she's out of the scene, she's sleeping on the scenes. Mostly on my scene.
I was waiting for that.
Yeah, so but she's hands-on completely. I can literally put my phone off for days and whatever. I know things are handled, because we got the same heartbeat.
I've been waffling on all about Shawn's capabilities and stuff, and I want to put him to the test. I want to prove to you that Shawn cannot sing only on DVD or whatever. I'm gonna test him right here at home. I'll grab my guitar.
No weapon formed against me shall prosper. It won't work. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. It won't work. I know God will do just what He said He would do. He will stand by His word. He will come through. Say, God will do what He said He will do. He's not a man that He should lie. He will come through. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. It won't work. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. It won't work.
Shawn, your music. This is your new album. Shawn, tell me about this, the Decade Project.
This is my 10-year milestone in gospel music. So, in terms of a professional career, I've been doing it for 10 years. And, we've got all sorts of friends on the album. Tukozo Mbambo, Ngobeko Mbata, Lloyd Kele, Janine Price, Richard Mtweni. We've introduced some new cats as well that have been working with us and have been a part of our journey for a long time. Pastor Nazimo is on there as well. So actually Pastor Nazimo is like one of my oldest friends. He's the first guy that I met, and we've been working together for the past 12 years. So that's what the Decade Project is. It's a live DVD recording. It was shot last year, the 10th of June at the Vodacom Dome. We had an incredible night with God. People got saved. People gave their lives to Jesus at the DVD recording. We had ministry, we had a sermon, we did a church, we took it to church.
Oh, come on.
We took it to church. So people gave their lives to Jesus. And I want to stress that because that's what we're all about. We want to love people back to God through our tool of music.
Shawn, how do people get a hold of you? If they want to book you or...
Man, we are everywhere. We are on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, website. So check us out on Instagram, I am Shawn P, that's our handle. On Twitter, I am Shawn P. On Facebook, our page is called Shawn P. And our website is www.shawnp.tv. And while you're at that, check out www.newdimensionworldwide.com.
In conclusion, Shawn, could you give the young people, or anybody for that matter, a word of encouragement?
It's important to be submitted, to your local church. If you really want to do this thing as a worship minister and a musician on a full-time capacity, I think submission is crucial. your accountability to your pastor and just your local house. I'm a very submitted person. I still am submitted to my pastor at 3C, Pastor Bert Pretorius, and our 3C family, even though we are cut loose from the ministry, but we are not cut loose from the ministry. We're still covered, we're still part of that family, we're still on this journey, with us on this journey. So it's important having that home and that local home base, and it's important to be released from the house, so that you've got the backing of the house, and you've got your leader and your pastor discipling you, and just you gotta be connected to your leader, so that you don't mess up and that you don't get hurt. They're there to cover you, they're there to love you, they're there to protect you. So if that's one gold nugget that I could stress, that's a good thing, because the level of your submission will determine your authority out there, in the public world, or in the harsh world, or in ministry internationally, the level of your submission at home. So remember that always.
Wow. Shaun, it was really great getting to know you at your place, here behind the scenes, and I hope we get to do some music together sometime.
Absolutely. This guy is insane. Check him out, Rixi Roman.
Peace, y'all. Wow, I'm gonna take you to Shawn P's music video. He has something in store for you. It's gonna bless you off your socks.
Make some noise.
Incredible God, come on, sing. Invincible God, that's what you are.
What a beautiful song. The man has got soul. We are going to be sending Shawn P to Ngadi Spa, and we'd really love to thank them for partnering with us on this venture. The exciting thing is that you can also win yourself an exciting day at Ngadi Spa, a day of pampering, and all you have to do is go onto our Facebook page, Behind the Scenes with Rixi, send us a message with your name and the name of the spa that we are sending Shawn P to, and then you can win. Don't forget to go to our YouTube channel, Behind the Scenes with Rixi, hit the subscribe button and follow us. Psalm 46:1, God is our refuge and our strength. What more do you want? I will see you next week, same time, same place. Don't forget to keep on keeping on. Peace!